I don't know what happened. I sometimes shrunk. But I am going to read you Chapter 8 of Alcatraz, the Evil Librarians. Versus the Evil Librarians. At this point, you're probably expecting to read something like, I suddenly realized that everything I thought I had known was untrue. So I'll likely use that exact phrase. I should warn you that it is actually misleading. Everything I knew was not untrue. In fact, many of the things I'd learned about the world were quite true. For instance, I knew that the sun came up every day. That was not untrue. Though admittedly the sun shone on geography I didn't understand. I knew that my homeland was named the United States of America, but that was not untrue. The USA was not actually run by senators, presidents, and judges, but instead by a cult of evil librarians. I knew that sharks are annoying. This also was not untrue. There's actually nothing witty to add here. Sharks are annoying, particularly the carnivorous kinds. You have been warned. I stared up at the enormous wall map and suddenly realized something. Everything I thought I'd known about the world was untrue. This can't be real, I whispered, stepping back. I'm afraid it is, Alcatraz, Singh said, laying a hand on my shoulder. That's the world, the entire world, both the Hushlands and the Free Kingdoms. This is the thing that the librarians don't want you to know about. I stared. But it's so big, I said. And indeed it was. The Americas were there represented accurately. The other continents, Asia, Australia, Africa, and the rest were all there. They're collectively labeled Inner Liberia on the map. But I recognized them easily enough. The difference there, then, was the new continents. There were 3 of them, pressed into the oceans between the familiar continents. 2 of the new continents were small, about the size of Australia. One, however, was very large. It sat directly in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, right between America and Japan. It's impossible, I said. Who would have noticed a landmass like that sitting in the middle of the ocean? You'd think you would have noticed, Singh said. But the truth is that that the librarians control the information in your country. How often have you personally been out sailing in the middle of what you call the Pacific Ocean? I paused. But just because I haven't been there doesn't mean anything. The ocean is like kangaroos and grandfathers. I believe that other people have seen it. Ships, captains, airplane pilots, satellite images. Satellites controlled by the librarians, Basil said, regarding the map through her sunglasses. Your pilots fly, guided by instruments and maps that the librarians provide. And not many people sail boats in your culture, particularly not into the deep ocean. Those who do are bribed, threatened, brainwashed, or most often, carefully misled. Singh nodded. There's noise, so...
No, you're pretty.
Okay. Those other continents make sense. If you think about it, a planet that is 70% water, what would be the point of that much wasted space? I'd never thought people would buy that lie, had I not studied Hushlander cultures. People go along with what they're told, Basil said. Even intelligent people believe what they read and hear, assuming they are given no reason to question. I shook my head. A hidden gas station I can believe. But this isn't some little cover-up or misdirection. There are 3 new continents on that map. Not new, Singh said. The cultures of the Free Kingdoms are quite well established indeed. They're far more advanced than Hushlander cultures. Basil nodded. The librarians conquered the backward sections of the world first. They're easier to control. But, I said, what about Columbus? What about history? Lies, Singh said quietly. Fabrications, many of them. The rest are distortions. Haven't you always wondered why your people supposedly developed guns after more technology advanced weapons like swords? No, swords aren't more advanced than guns. Singh and Basil shared glance. That's what they want you to believe, Alcatraz, Singh said. That way the librarians can keep the powerful technology for themselves. Don't you think it's strange that nobody in your culture carries swords anymore? No, I said, holding up my hand. Singh, most people don't need to carry swords or even guns. You've been beaten down, Vassal said quietly. You're docile, controlled. We're happy, I said. What? So that's the end of the video, and I will regrow for a second. I'm going to go around and...
So, Chapter 8 of Alcatraz Evil Librarians, page 120. We'll be picking up tomorrow in the next episode.